Hello, welcome back, everyone, to the Linguisphere Academy podcast. I'm Alex.
And I'm Sam, right here with you. So glad you're with us again.
I was talking to a friend yesterday. He's been learning English for years. He reads novels in English, he watches shows without subtitles, he understands almost everything.
That sounds great. So what's the problem?
He said, Alex, I understand everything, but when I try to speak, my mind goes blank. The words are in my head somewhere, but I can't get them out.
Oh, that feeling. I know it well. It's the most frustrating feeling in language learning.
Today, our topic is why you understand English but can't speak it. This is probably the most common frustration we hear from learners.
You can read, you can listen, you understand podcasts and movies, but when it's your turn to speak, you freeze.
We're going to explain why this happens, and more importantly, we're going to give you practical ways to fix it.
By the end of this episode, you'll understand what's happening in your brain and what you can do to finally start speaking.
As always, we'll speak clearly and keep it friendly. Lots of examples, lots of laughs, lots of hope.
So get comfortable. Let's start with the most important question. Why does this happen?
First, you have to understand that your brain has two different language systems.
One is for understanding, listening and reading. This is called receptive language.
The other is for producing, speaking and writing. This is called productive language.
Your receptive vocabulary is always bigger than your productive vocabulary, even in your first language.
In your own language, there are words you understand but never use. You know what they mean, but you don't say them.
So in English, the gap between what you understand and what you can say is even bigger. That's normal.
Reason number one, you haven't practiced speaking enough. You've listened a lot, you've read a lot, but you haven't spoken.
Speaking is a physical skill. Your mouth needs to learn the movements. Your brain needs to build the pathways.
Reason number two, you're translating in your head. You think in your first language, then translate to English. That takes time, and it blocks the natural flow of speech.
Reason number three, you're afraid of making mistakes. You want every sentence to be perfect, so you hesitate. You second-guess yourself.
Reason number four, you haven't built automaticity. You know the words, but you don't know them well enough to use them without thinking.
Reason number five, you're trying to use complex sentences. You think you need to sound like a native speaker, so you aim for perfection and miss the mark.
Reason number six, you don't have enough speaking practice in low-pressure situations. Every conversation feels like a test.
Now, let's talk about the difference between passive knowledge and active knowledge.
Passive knowledge is what you understand. Active knowledge is what you can use.
You have a lot of passive knowledge. You understand thousands of words, but only a fraction of those are active.
The goal is to move words from passive to active, and the only way to do that is to use them.
You can't make a word active by listening to it. You have to say it, write it, use it in sentences.
Now, let's talk about the listening-speaking gap.
Listening is passive. The words come to you. You don't have to find them.
Speaking is active. You have to find the words yourself, put them in the right order, pronounce them correctly, all in real time.
That's much harder, so it's normal that your speaking lags behind your listening.
The key is to practice speaking, not just listening.
Now, let's talk about the role of anxiety.
When you're nervous, your brain releases stress hormones. These hormones make it harder to think clearly.
So, when you're in a conversation and you feel pressure, your brain is literally working against you.
That's why you can say the sentence perfectly when you're alone, but freeze when someone is watching.
The solution? Lower the stakes. Practice in safe environments. Remind yourself that mistakes are okay.
Now, let's talk about the role of translation.
When you translate, you're adding an extra step. English to your language, understand. Think of answer in your language, translate back to English, then speak. That's 6 steps. No wonder it's slow.
The goal is to create a direct path, English to meaning to English, no translation in between.
How do you do that? You practice thinking in English. You narrate your day. You talk to yourself.
You connect English words directly to images and ideas and not to words in your language.
Now, let's talk about the role of perfectionism.
Perfectionism is the enemy of fluency. If you need every sentence to be perfect, you'll never speak.
Native speakers don't speak perfectly. They make mistakes, they stumble, they correct themselves.
So give yourself permission to be imperfect. Speak anyway. Make mistakes. Learn from them.
Now, let's talk about the role of automaticity.
Automaticity is when you can say something without thinking. It's automatic, like saying, "How are you?" without translating.
The way to build automaticity is repetition. Say the same phrases again and again until they become automatic.
I don't know. What do you think? That's interesting. Say them until they come out without thinking.
Now, let's talk about the role of shadowing.
Shadowing is when you listen to a native speaker and repeat what they say at the same time.
This trains your mouth and your ear together. It builds automaticity. It improves pronunciation.
Start with short clips. Listen and repeat. Try to match their speed, their rhythm, their intonation.
Now, let's talk about the role of self-talk.
Talking to yourself is one of the best ways to practice speaking without pressure.
Narrate your day. I am making tea. The tea is hot. I am adding sugar.
Describe what you see. There is a red car. A woman is walking her dog. The sky is cloudy. No one is listening. No one is judging. You can make as many mistakes as you want.
Now, let's talk about the role of recording yourself.
This is uncomfortable, but it's very effective.
Record yourself speaking for 1 minute. Listen back. You'll hear things you didn't notice while you were speaking.
Oh, I'm speaking too fast here. I'm not pronouncing that word correctly. I sound much better than I thought.
Then, record yourself again trying to improve.
Now, let's talk about conversation practice.
You need to practice with real people, but start with low-pressure situations.
Language exchange apps, conversation groups, patient friends, tutors. Tell them, "I'm practicing my speaking, please be patient with me."
Most people will be happy to help.
Now let's bring back Maya. Maya understands English well, but she can't speak.
Maya reads novels. She listens to podcasts. She watches shows. Her comprehension is great.
But when someone asks her a question, she freezes. She translates in her head. She feels frustrated.
She decides to try shadowing. She listens to a short podcast clip and repeats it at the same time.
At first, she can't keep up, but she keeps practicing. After a few weeks, it gets easier.
She also starts talking to herself. Every morning she narrates her breakfast. I am making coffee. I am eating toast. The toast is good.
She records herself. She listens back. She hears her mistakes. She practices again.
She finds a language exchange partner online. They talk for 15 minutes twice a week.
At first, it's awkward. She stumbles. She forgets words, but she keeps going.
After a few months, she notices a change. The words come faster. She translates less. She feels more confident.
She's not fluent, but she's speaking, and that's the first step.
Now, let's talk about how to measure your progress.
Don't compare yourself to others. Compare yourself to yourself a month ago.
Can I say more now than I could last month? Do I freeze less often? Do I feel less nervous?
Celebrate small wins. Every sentence you speak is a victory.
Now, let's talk about how to stay motivated.
Remember your why. Why do you want to speak English? For work? For travel? For connecting with people?
Keep that why in your mind. It will push you through the hard days.
Use the 2-minute rule. On days when you don't feel like practicing, just do 2 minutes.
2 minutes of speaking is better than 0, and often you'll keep going.
Use habit stacking. Attach your speaking practice to something you already do.
After I brush my teeth, I will talk to myself for 2 minutes.
Use visual tracking. Put an X on your calendar every day you practice.
Don't break the chain. If you miss a day, use the never miss twice rule.
Forgive yourself and get back to it the next day.
Now, let's learn some useful phrases for when you get stuck in a conversation.
Let me think. What's the word? How do you say,
It's on the tip of my tongue. I'm sorry, I'm blanking.
could you say that again? Can you give me a second?
These phrases buy you time. They keep the conversation going.
Now, let's practice a conversation where someone is struggling to speak but keeps going.
So, what did you do last weekend?
Let me think. I went to the park. It was nice.
What did you do there?
I walked, I saw trees and birds. It was relaxing.
That sounds lovely. Do you go to the park often?
Not not often. I want to go more, but I'm busy.
I understand. Work is busy for me too.
Yes, very busy, but the park is good for stress.
I agree. Maybe we can go together sometime.
That would be nice. Yes.
See? The sentences were short. There were pauses, but they communicated.
That's the goal, not perfection, communication.
Now, let's bring back Maya one more time.
Maya has been practicing for 6 months. She's not fluent, but she's speaking.
She still makes mistakes. She still freezes sometimes, but she keeps going.
She joined a conversation group at the library. Every Tuesday, she practices with other learners.
She's made friends. She's more confident. She's proud of herself.
She still understands more than she can say. That will probably always be true.
But the gap is smaller now, and it gets smaller every day.
Now, here's your challenge for this week.
Speak for 1 minute every day. Just 1 minute.
Talk to yourself. Record yourself. Talk to a friend. Talk to your cat.
Say anything. Today, I woke up at 7 a.m. I had breakfast. I went to work. It was okay.
Do it every day for a week. At the end of the week, notice how you feel.
Then come back and tell us in the comments. How did it feel? What was hard? What was easy?
We read every comment. Your progress inspires us and other listeners.
Remember, you already understand so much. The words are in your brain.
You just need to bring them out. And the only way to do that is to speak. You will make mistakes. That's okay. Every mistake is a step towards fluency.
Thank you for spending this time with us. We'll be back next week with another topic.
Until then, speak. Even if it's just to yourself. Even if it's messy. Speak.
And hey, before you go, if this episode gave you hope, please hit that subscribe button. It's free and it means we can keep making these encouraging episodes.
Yes, please. And leave us a comment. Do you understand more than you can say? What's your biggest struggle?
We read every comment. Your stories help other learners feel less alone.
Subscribe, comment, share. It helps more people find the courage to speak.
Thanks again, everyone. Now go speak for 1 minute.
Bye for now.
Bye.